So I am back again. Hello everyone. Welcome to my channel. My name is Marian Allen and guess where I am? I am in Liberia. I am in Liberia. I got back close to a week ago. And a lot of updates that if I try to talk about everything, it's going to be a long video. So you're going to see a couple of different ones, and I'm trying to multitask. So I am cooking, and I thought to just do the video, because if I try to find time to sit, it won't happen. And it's pretty late here in Liberia. I think probably like 10 p.m. or so. So Kiki went back to the U.S. for school. We came here. Travels were good. We brought the dog. Nico is here with us. And it was, bringing him over here was quite expensive. I don't think it's supposed to be that expensive, but then again, we're in Africa. Everybody's trying to get a cut. So I think customs agent put prices over prices. So we ended up paying, I would say, including the actual cargo charge plus vaccination, like getting his medical records, his export certificate, health certificate, all of that came up to about $500. Total, I would say $575, including what we had to pay when we got to Liberia. So I'm gonna be working while I'm talking to you guys. I look pretty tired. That's because I'm tired. Because I gotta work before doing all of this. I hope the generator doesn't sound so loud in the video, because I should have done a test, a trial. So yeah, so the travel went well. Got here, and for those who are curious about like where we stay in Liberia and stuff like that, we're currently renting. We're renting a little apartment until we can complete our home. Just something that can house us instead of paying Airbnb every time we come. So I've been trying to put the Marian's touch on it. And I'm trying to not do too much, because I feel like I'm renovating these people's place. Just to make it comfortable for us. But one thing I noticed is it's pretty small. So we're managing. We've been so used to being in really huge homes. So this is like the smallest we've been in, and I can tell it's just too much. It's just too small. But we're gonna make it work. We're gonna make it work. When I was in Liberia end of last year, I talked about how everything was going so well, and I was working out of Liberia. And I know people have been a little curious about like working from Liberia, because that's kind of the goal, you know. People want to come visit, people want to come transition, and they want to be able to know that they can work from here. So I'm gonna tell you guys about that process. And then, but overall, our stay has been, it's good. I am driving in Liberia like confidently. I still don't know some areas though. So for example, I was going somewhere and the person said they were located on Girly Street and Girly, yeah, I think he just said Girly Street, and I didn't know where grocery was. So I had to get someone to take me there. Broad Street area, I just know the straight Broad Street road going to Waterside. I don't know the different streets crossing. I'm not familiar with them anymore, so I don't know the difference between them. And for some of them, they don't even have the signs there anymore, so it makes it hard. So yeah, so I'm driving now. I drive myself to a lot of places. We're still gonna get a driver just because sometimes, like right now, we only have one car. We don't have a whole lot of movements yet. But until we can get another vehicle here, it's easy when you have a driver because that person can drop one person to another location and drop the other person to the other location and pick up the kids and do, like, they can move around instead of you trying to do all of that. So we're planning on getting a driver. A family member has been helping to drive me around, but we're gonna make that permanent. And then for maid service, we are going to get a part-time maid. We just cannot. The place is so tiny that we don't think we want another body. And it's probably when I say tiny, it's probably relative to what we're used to, I think. Because even the place in Ghana is huge, with really high ceilings, so it makes it really spacious and stuff like that. And the homes with 2 levels will feel much bigger than 1-level home where it's like all the bedrooms are on the same level, so everything is just right there. So for us, and especially if we work from home, we all like to be in our own spaces. And then if Rich is in a meeting, I'm in a meeting, it gets a little too loud. So because of that, we don't want a full-time household. We're gonna get a part-time one just to kind of help with laundry and running to the market to grab my stuff, and cooking here and there. I love to cook, so I cook my own. I do most of the cooking. But there are times where I'm like, I have a meeting, cook something. Yeah. So for work in Liberia, a couple of things, it's doable. But the electricity, so when I was here end of last year, the electricity was a lot stable than what it is now. I mean, the entire time I was here, I think that must have gone one time, which was pretty, like I was singing LEC praises the entire time, and it was pretty strong. It could pick up AC and everything. I couldn't shut up about it. I couldn't shut up about it. And now, because of dry season, they're like rationing the current, so they have a schedule where they will turn it on for X amount of hours and then turn it off and then turn it back on. The schedule isn't really consistent, so it's hard to follow. I mean, you can kind of guess like what I think the pattern is. Like they'll turn it off for 6 hours and maybe put it on for 8 hours, kind of thing. So whenever it goes off, you can kind of tell like around what time it might come on. And then, but there are some times where it just doesn't follow that schedule either. So it makes it really hard to predict. So we do have a backup generator. We got a generator, and that's what I said. That is why I said hopefully it's not too loud in this video. So we got a backup generator, which is a good thing. And I know everybody's like, oh, when you put things in place, it just like it's better. But and that's a conversation for another day. But it's expensive. The backup generator is expensive. And because I mean, if we're running generator like 6 to 8 hours every day, it adds up. It definitely adds up. So I'm tracking my expenses so I can be able to come up with, this is how much we spent on fuel for the generator per week or per month. This is how much we spent on fuel for the car per, so to give like a overview or estimate of what that is like. But so far it seems pretty expensive, but we'll see if it evens out to our Ghana expenses, especially when it comes to electricity, because we were spending a lot of money on electricity in Ghana as well. The only difference is it was more stable, like it didn't go a whole lot, but it's expensive there too. And then there's this thing where it's like dry season electricity is different from rainy season electricity. So it makes it pretty. In Ghana, the difference between the dry season electricity comes at a higher cost. So even though it's stable, but your meter runs so quickly. You would load that thing with $50 and it's done in 2 days or less than that. Especially for the size of the home, and we are always home. 90% of the time we're home. So we're running at least 2 air conditioning in the house at all times. Yeah, so it's pretty high consumption too. So if you're not gonna have it on that long, your cost will definitely be lower. So we were spending a good, and like I said, if you go back to my video where I did the expenses for Ghana, our living expenses in Ghana, I think electricity we have budgeted like $250 a month, and we were spending a little over that. A little or a lot more than that per month. So I'm trying to track what it looks like do it for a little bit to get a good average, because maybe it might change month to month. And then I'll let you guys know. But for now, I kind of like the schedule. Like when they published the schedule, I was like, I'm glad they did. You know, I'd rather like to know that, oh, electricity is gonna go off at noon today, so that I can mentally prepare myself, than just sitting in the middle of something, boom, it's gone. And so I like the schedule. However, they're still not going by it T to T, but that's okay. So we're tapping the meter up for LEC, and then we're buying gasoline to run it during the day or during the night. So right now, the generator is going. It may be on all night, or LEC might come on later. We have no idea. But if you have to work out of Liberia, you know you want stable electricity, so you can care less about the cost. Even though it's killing you, you'd be like, you know what? It is what it is. I need it, so I'm gonna have to pay either way. Yeah, so I don't want this video to be too long, so I'm gonna end it here. What did we talk about? We talked about pretty much LEC and how kind of like the schedule for working. So we've had, with the backup generator, we've had consistent current. It's just that you got to split the cost between both. So I'll do another video and talk about the internet or the data and stuff and any other thing that comes up. You guys are gonna follow me on this journey. I wish to just find enough time to do a lot more video, but there are some things I can talk about while I'm multitasking. Okay, so like and subscribe if you're new here and you have not, and watch out for the next video.